Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Reselling Farming Mom. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ashley. Tonight we're going to run through everything I shipped out last week, as well as everything I'm shipping out tonight. Also, we're going to announce the February fundraiser totals. I have all of that information with me, so let's get right into it. All right, so last week picked up a little bit, not a whole bunch, but we had a little bit of an upswing compared to the last 2 weeks. Shipped out a little bit more, not a whole lot more, but a little bit more. So first item sold was a 1994 Cat's Meow. It was a Grater's Fine Ice Cream Candies and Pastries Parlor from Cincinnati, Ohio. I picked this up in the magical bag of Cat's Meow that we found at our local Goodwill for $4, I want to say. So I'm probably 25 to 50 cents in on this, and it sold for $7.95. Next was a set of 3 Corral English Breakfast 8.5-inch salad lunch plates. It was an odd number, so I only had 3, so I listed the 3 together. I was $1.50 in. I paid 50 cents a piece for plates and mugs most generally, and they sold for $10. Next this was an overnight sale too, guys. It was a lot of 8 Fisher-Price Little People farm animals, and then I listed some of the animals. So there was chickens, ducks, sheep, goats, pigs. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of Fisher-Price Little People figurines listed on eBay. I did not want to list them individually because it just seemed like I was going to be sitting on them. So I like to lot things up. Granted, the lot of 8 only sold for $10, but I am technically, as of right now, $0 in. I don't know why I said as of right now, because I'm really not. I have no clue how much I paid for these. We cleaned out my son's bedroom last Saturday, and these were one of the things that he was ready to get rid of, you know, because we have the monster trucks and the Nerf guns and the Hot Wheels cars, and he doesn't play with the barn. He doesn't play with the little people and the little Fisher-Price farm animals as much anymore. So, and these were like the smaller kid versions, so I listed them as a lot. Like I said, sold for $10. Next was, these were something I would watch out for. These are a lot of 2 1984 Lowell Herrero Cats in a Bag mug teacups. Okay, so these mugs, I got them at the local Goodwill, 50 cents a piece, so I was $1 in total. They have pictures of cats on them, and then there's just little paw prints all filling the empty space besides the picture of the cat. There's more than just the cat in the bag. I found some plates also that were this Lowell Herrero, and the set of 2 sold for $16.95. So I would definitely watch out for that if you can get them for a good price. They don't take up much space in the tote. It was a really good flip. Next was a Zoe Ballerina Plush Doll Muppets 13-inch gun. I've been really watching plush. I have quite a bit of plush listed just because it's so easy to ship, and I can usually get it for about $1. This one sold for a little less than what I'd like, but it was a profit. I paid $1 for it at the local Goodwill, and she sold for $7. Next was a Boy Scouts of America Navy uniform short sleeve shirt. Youth medium, it was the navy blue one, sold for $10.20. I don't tell you what I paid for it because I don't remember how much I paid for it. Our oldest, he did Boy Scouts for, I think, 1 year. And so I paid full price for the shirt, you know, at the mall. And then it hung in his closet for years. And then I put it in the garage sale. I marked it up a little bit because I usually sell clothes 50 cents flat a piece at the garage sale. But this one, I think I put a little, like $4 or $5 on, just because I know how much they are brand new, and it was in like new condition. It didn't sell, so it sat in my death pile of garage sale leftovers that needed listed on eBay for, don't tell my husband, but I think the box sat for a year, probably a year. But I've been working on listing older stuff as well as newer things that are coming in. I'm trying to knock out both at the same time. It sold for $10.20. So I was extremely happy with that. Next was a pair of vintage stacked pumpkin candlesticks holder. Candlestick holders, pumpkin 4 inches tall. I tongue-tied. I don't even know. They were Halloween fall HMK. I think they had HMK on the bottom. I believe Grandma gave me these in a box of stuff she was just gonna pitch out of her basement. So I didn't pay anything for them. The pair sold for $5. They weren't anything special or anything fancy, but they were fall and they were pumpkin and there was a pair of them and they were cute. So I listed them. I think I accepted the buyer's offer at $5 because they'd been listed for quite a while. Next was a vintage Farrington blue jewelry box, floral interior. It was a beautiful jewelry box. I picked this up for $12 when I went antiquing with Grandma a couple months ago. It was just too pretty to leave, and it was $12. I knew I could do a little bit better than that. I sold it for $22. And what I'm learning is that when I pick things up, when I'm antiquing, I lose a lot of my wiggle room. I sell like just what I'm paying for it versus what I'm getting. I'm still making a profit. I'm not making as big of a profit as the items I'm picking up at the Goodwill, but I'm picking up neater items. So I don't know enough about glass to go and buy these very expensive pieces of glass at the antique store, but I'm learning. I'm going to get there. I've got goals. I'm slowly achieving them. So, all right, we've got 2 more that sold last week. One was a Victorian amber glass boot by L.E. Smith. It was a match strike holder. It was super small. It stood up. It had a base. It was amber. I've had this thing forever. I can tell by the pictures in the listings how long this thing has been listed, because I started out in the back room taking pictures on a white tablecloth, and I had my map on the back as the background, and this has that old background. So someone offered me $5 for it and I jumped on it. So I think I paid $1, 50 cents or $1. I got it in an auction haul, but it's been listed for over a year. So I happily accepted that $5. And then last piece from last week was a Visions Corningware Pyrex. It was a half-liter saucepan, brown amber with the lid. I think I paid $2 for this at the Goodwill because the girl told the boy to ring up all my stuff at $2 for those Visions. I picked up a lot of them one night and it sold for $14.95. So I was pretty stoked about that. Then we have 4 items going out tonight. First up was a green Harley Davidson motorcycles shirt. It had Toledo, Ohio on it, which is about an hour away from us. I got this at a church garage sale. It was indoors, and it was one of those you fill the bag for like $5 or $6. So I'm less than $1 in on this. I got lowballed. I had it listed at $15, and someone offered me $5, and I was like, that's kind of crappy, guys. I usually just decline offers like that right off the rip, but it is a slow time right now, and I understand that inflation's hitting everyone. I countered them at 10, and they accepted it and paid right away. So I was happy about that. They're happy. I'm happy. I made a profit. So, and it's been listed since summertime, I think. So next was a vintage 7-inch stained glass lighthouse nightstand light. Very nice, really great condition. And it works. This was another piece that I also picked up while I was out with Grandma a couple months ago. I think I paid $8 for it. Don't quote me, but I think I paid $8 for it. I certainly hope I did, because I only sold it for $15. Another one, I accepted the buyer's offer. These with me are hit and miss. Some I can get a lot of money out of and some I don't. But it's been slow, so. But it's really nice, the red, white, and blue with the yellow where the light is coming out. So. And then we have, this was the coolest flip, I think, of the whole week of last week and tonight combined, was this ice bucket. This is a vintage George Briard white platinum ice bucket. It's like got that white leather, patent leather. I said, yeah, patent leather look to it. It's in excellent condition. The buyer actually messaged me and asked me about the condition, and I put EUC in the title. I picked this up at my local Goodwill for $3 or $4. I thought it had to have been something special just because it looks vintage. So I picked it up. I didn't really even have to clean it up that much. It was in really great shape. Sold it for $25. Not as much as I wanted to get out of it, but I'm happy to see it go to a new home. And I really am happy it sold quite quickly. It probably took about a month, but this is sitting on a shelf in my basement. This wasn't in a tote because of how large it is, and I'm cramped on tote space right now. So I was really worried because the chicks are down here, so I have a little bit of extra dust down here, and the shelves in the back don't always get, you know, it's listed stock, so I don't dust them quite regularly. So, and then the last item was a Royal Easy View 10-digit printing calculator. You know, so I can add up all of your guys' the fundraiser totals. No, I'm just kidding. I test them, I make sure they work, and then I list them. I really don't want to let you guys know how long it actually took me to feed this paper through this calculator. It was quite sad. I picked it up for $3, $4 at the local Goodwill. It's actually not been listed too long, and it sold for $12. I had it listed for $15. It's going all the way to Texas, so they're paying a lot of shipping, so I accepted the offer. This one isn't very old either, and it's a lot smaller. It's a lot lighter. I pick up calculators, printing calculators, whenever I can find them for anywhere $3 to $4, and I typically get 15 to 20 for them, but since this one is a little bit newer and it's not got, I don't know, like the agedness to it. I don't know how to explain it. The agedness. If you see an old calculator, you know what I mean. They're like yellowed. So I have fundraiser totals on my Christmas notepad paper because I get Christmas notepads and I never use them all up before Christmas. But who puts the notepad away and gets out a spring notepad? You get the spring notepad out after the Christmas one's all used up. So you guys have merry and bright gnomes. So, subs, YouTube subs. Well, first, let me introduce my fundraiser. My fundraiser is 5 ways we are raising money towards this local Christmas for Kids charity, local to us. You can become a subscriber on our YouTube channel. You can like a video on my YouTube channel. You can buy something from us off eBay. You can go follow us on Whatnot, or you can buy something from us on Whatnot. So 3 out of those 5 ways are absolutely zero cost to anyone. And for each of those, we are keeping track, and it's a penny into the pot. At the end of the season, I think we're ending at October or November. I think the end of October, so we can get it to the right the money into the right hands of the right people. Reselling Farming Mom, me, myself, and my family are going to match whatever you guys have raised from these 5 ways. And we're going to, again, donate that to a local Christmas for Kids charity. And, oh my goodness, my husband and I were talking and brainstorming. And so the goal from last year, us on eBay, to this year, me on eBay, is to double. I'm working on it. I'm trying. This slump has got me kind of, but we're grinding towards it. And so we're hoping that we can renew the fundraiser again next year and double the amount. So instead of 1 cent for each, it's going to be 2 cents for each, and so on and so forth throughout the years. So let me give you these numbers. We gained 8 subscribers on YouTube last month, February. It was a short month, so that's okay. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Next, likes. YouTube likes. We got 127 YouTube likes last month, which is super exciting because YouTube likes are not like Facebook likes. They are harder to earn and harder to come by. So thank you everyone who liked a video on my YouTube channel last month. eBay, 53 items sold on eBay last month, which is not great, but last month I knew was not a huge month for me. My goal is to sell 2 items a day on eBay. We did the math and it came out to like 1.89. So 1.9. I was almost there. So hopefully March, I've got it in the bag. Next, Whatnot. We gained 50 subscribers on Whatnot a couple weeks ago. I asked you guys all to go find me on Whatnot and follow me so I could hit 500 followers. I hit it and then I missed it. Somebody didn't like my content, I don't know, and they stopped following me. So I was back down to 499. I hosted a show last Saturday and we are up to 502. So we're back to planning this 500 follower show. Not that the planning ever stopped, but it's back on the books. And last but not least, Whatnot items, 35 items sold on Whatnot, which granted, I understand that one's on me more than everyone else, but Whatnot, like eBay, I've noticed is also slowing down a little bit. So we're pushing through that. And hopefully once the warmer weather comes and we can source a little bit more, we can also provide more Whatnot sales to everyone. So that's my fundraiser. It totaled out to $2.73. So it's a little less than $6, which doesn't sound like a lot. Or it's $2.73 for these totals. And then when we match that, it's a little less than $6. So, but you got to think every month this money is going to add up. So I want to thank everyone for your support. If you haven't already, make sure you go find us on Whatnot. We're also on Instagram, ResellingFarmingMom, and we have a new Facebook page, Ashley's Amazon Steals. So make sure you go check it out if you're an Amazon shopper like me. Have a great night.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.